gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Labour Party ní ọdún 2023. I am also a businessman, an architect, and I have different interests in commodity trading and technology, and I am the president of the Rhodes-Vivour Foundation, which focuses on bringing micro health insurance to different communities across Lagos State. Situation where, a lot of people, when they are sick, they just go and take a go, and later on they now have liver problem or kidney problem. We want people to take medicines based on diagnostic tests, and that's why we are giving them that opportunity. If you are not feeling well, you activate it, you can speak to a doctor, and do a diagnostic test. And it's something that's made a lot of people very happy. So I'm very proud of that. I come from the Rhodes-Vivour family of Lagos State, Isaleko. Uh, um, our home used to be 38 Igboshiri, which is where currently City Hall stands because the family donated the land for Lagos to build the City Hall. And I'm a lover of Lagos, I'm a lover of Nigeria, I'm a lover of humanity, and I'm happy to have you here with me. Thank you. Life after 2023, thank God, we're able to stand our ground. We fought for our mandate all the way to the Supreme Court. We made sure that we have not been quiet, we have been holding government accountable. We are the ones that exposed how the current governor used 200 million of our Commonwealth to pay for his personal legal fees. We are the ones that also highlighted how the government are using their own money, using our money to pay for APC events, highlighted the cost and the way that they are spending money on cars that cost 3 times what it actually costs in the marketplace. And we've highlighted a lot of things that the government has done that has not been in the interest of the people. So we have not gone to sleep. The way a lot of people say that politicians behave, where it's 6 months to election, they will come back out. We've been active. We have been engaging the government, and we have been doing a lot of community work. We've been building our base, engaging people that did not know us before. We have been looking at the mistakes that we made at the last election to get better and prepare better so that we can be a better candidate for the people of Lagos. Thank you. Then, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Certainly. The Yoruba culture is one of the Omoluabi culture, which is integrity, which is being a man of your word, which is being a good person in general. Aside that, it's also about learning the language, understanding the language, and this is something that a lot of us in my generation, um, even up to today, a lot of children of people that are Yoruba are not able to speak Yoruba. Why? Because they're not spoken to when they were growing up, or they went to secondary schools or primary schools where it was called vernacular, and you get punished for speaking the language in school. So now there is an active effort for people to learn the language, and I'm teaching my children Yoruba, so that they don't have to deal with the things that me I'm dealing with. And learning Yoruba in old age, it's always easier to learn when you're a child, when you're a baby, and you go with it. And thankfully, there are a lot of apps, there are a lot of books that we can use to do this. So it's very good. And also, it's also about knowing our history. Our history is one of greatness, and it's not just in the borders of Nigeria. The Yoruba language, the culture, Ifa, all these concepts are bigger than Nigeria. Go all the way to Cuba, South America, even back to ancient Egypt. All these things are connected to Yoruba culture. That's why it's not a mistake when they say Oduduwa came from the east. You look at the syntax of the Yoruba language and the syntax of the Kemetu, which is the ancient Egyptian language, the same words, the same pronunciation, the same thing. And so we also have to look at our history outside of Nigeria, trace it back to great African empires, and that's something I'm very passionate about. Thank you. There is nothing negative about it. The problem in life is that bad news travels faster than good news. You understand? If somebody does something bad today, this same afternoon, they will hear it all over Lagos. But if somebody does something good, the news might get out maybe in a week or 2 weeks' time. The basis of IFA, the probability, the odds, the negative, positive, that is the foundation of computer. That's the foundation of this phone that you are holding. A lot of Nigerians don't know. When the Europeans came and they understood all the probabilities and everything, that is what they now use to code. You know, when you say there's analog, there's binary code, everything, that's what they used to build computers. And look at us today. If the average mother, if she hears that her son is interested in Ifa, she'll start praying. She'll start crying. She'll start saying that the child should go for deliverance. But this is something valuable that we have to explore. I was speaking to the son of an army general, and he told me that before they dismissed his father, we're working with using Ifa as a means of transmitting information among themselves. You know how in the army there are different codes. There's Morse code. We were about to have our own code using Ifa, but they dismissed all those generals, and unfortunately in Nigeria we don't know how to transmit information. As they dismissed them, that whole project died with them. But that is a very beautiful application. And I mean, most of us here, if your child says that they want to go to the cinema and watch Thor, nobody will say anything. Thor. But Thor and Shango are the same. It's the truth. Thor and Shango are the same. If you look at the Yoruba pantheon, there are so many similarities. Ogun and Aries are the same. Eshu and Hermes are the same. I even go as far as saying um, Oya and this woman, one of knowledge. They're all the same. Very, very similar. So there's a lot that we still have to learn about our history, our culture, our beliefs. And for me, it's very positive. Ifa is extremely positive because Ifa is not just religion, it's not just spirituality, it's history. There is science in Ifa as well, right? There is a lot of deep knowledge in it. So for me personally, my vision for healthcare is a healthcare that combines traditional herbal medicine with European, with Asian preventative medicine. Inside this, when you have this composition, it's not only rich people that will be able to get good healthcare. You see, now with the European type of healthcare that we have, if you want to get good healthcare, you have to be spending a lot of money. You have to spend a lot of money. But there is a lot of other deep knowledge that we already have that we have not tested, we are not researching, we are not exploring. There should be an institution that tests all these herbal remedies. We test it, we research it, we bring science to it so that we can make it official. We can formalize it. And we have herbal practitioners as part of that medical conglomerate. And then you also look at the Asian type of thing. I talk about that because after 2023, my knee, I had serious problem on my knee. Like to walk up and down the stairs, a lot of pain. I was in London, so I went to go see a doctor, and they said I should do an MRI. I did an MRI. They said I should do knee replacement. I said, I'm just 40. They said I should do knee replacement. It's not as if I use this knee to play ball and make money. They are just saying I should come and do knee replacement. I said, no, I'm not doing knee replacement. As I was leaving the hospital, on the side of the road, there was this acupuncture. I don't know if you heard of acupuncture, this Chinese medicine. I said, let me try this thing. Hmm. My brother, so I see Jesus touch me. From limping, I came out, I was walking straight. So for me, I looked at it, I thought about all the people that are suffering in pain in Nigeria that are just taking medicine. You are taking all this medicine, spoiling your liver, and then you now have a secondary disease. So for me, I feel that our healthcare system, we need to bring our traditional medicine, Chinese medicine, European medicine, need to bring it together, you know. And also with education, there are people. When I was in Saleko like 3, 4 weeks ago, I met a man told me that he's gone back to university study IFA science. Yes, we should know these things. We cannot say that everything that we were before before the white man came, was bad. Now we are completely lost. That means all those years of civilization has gone down the drain. And you will pick the good, you can leave the bad. I'm not saying that everything that we're doing was good. I'm not saying I don't want anybody to go back to be killing twins. I mean, I don't want that anymore. But there's some good there that we should carry. That's what India did. That's what China did. That's what Japan did. That's why they are who they are today. India was colonized by the British. But after the British left, they took the British science, they took the British education, they kept their culture, they kept their religion, they kept their belief system. So an Indian man does not have identity crisis. And that's what I feel we need to push forward. Thank you.